Welcome back to Where Clarets Walk. Merry Christmas. Hope you're doing well. That was a bit more like it at Bournemouth, or was it? Some people are saying it's just papering over the cracks and he still needs to go. Others are saying, well, he's just bought himself a couple more games. How are you doing? Hope you're well. We've got Jordan, Dan and Connor back with us, who are going to give us their view on some of the good and bad social media takes from that Bournemouth-Burnley game. Here's one which might anger lots of you out there. Candy says, stop starting Walker. It's like we're a man down. Sonne has to start. What's your view on all of that? Also this week, we're giving these guys a gift. They can gift any Burnley player or fan base a present. Who are they going to give it to? Who's the best away fans we've seen so far at Turf Moor? And who's our player of 2025? This is our last record of the year. Plus, we're up to K in the A to Z of Burnley FC. Welcome back, Jordan. You feeling better, my friend?
Much better, much better.
Excellent. Right, where do you stand on this Kyle Walker debate then, please? There wasn't a lone voice either saying that.
No, I've seen it for a few weeks now, to be fair. I like Walker, and I think that some fans have to stop thinking that it's like a one-man team with Walker. Of course, he's going to have that odd mistake in him because not everything can be, you can't rely on everything to go through Walker. However, on the overall output, I think he's much better than people give him credit for it. Maybe you could put him in the back too, maybe, because he has done it for City and then bring Son on. Maybe that creative outlet, I don't know. But I'm quite a big fan of Walker. I think he can have his off games, but we seem to get a better Walker. Like, he's the only one that, I think Dan's mentioned it before, when the team's looking a little flat, you'll see Walker run like an idiot for about 30 seconds and really get the fans going. So I'm not over this Walker here because I quite like him.
Okay, we'll talk about Brozier as well in a second. We'll also talk about Parker as well. We've also got lots of Edwards chat to come as well. First of all, Jordan, before we move on, you weren't here last week, of course. You saw Dan and Connor now have jumped into your Parker out boat. Are you feel happy that you're not sailing alone?
Come on, boys. There's plenty of room. Get in.
More on that in a minute. Let's carry on this Walker chat then, Connor, shall we? Connor says, it makes no sense to start a Walker. He's practically washed up when this team needs young talent like Sonne. Very poor management by the head coach, and then the clown emoji, of course, there. Where do you stand on it? Are they, I mean, there seems to be a bit of a turn in the fan base from Walker because of, I think, probably Sonne's performance in the last home game. Where are you at?
Conflicting. I can see where they're coming from. I think the start of the season was quite poor from Walker. I don't think I noticed Walker a lot until we got to that midpoint, and I thought that's where he excelled the most, especially when he got that assist against Leeds. It was all good. Recent games, I have noticed he's not been involved as much, maybe creativity-wise, but obviously the rest of the team haven't either. And you said there's much of a turn. Well, there's been a turn about everything, so I don't think we can just blame it on Walker, but he brings more than just a washed-up player. He brings a lot of experience as well, and it's not fair. It's not fair on him, but I can kind of see where they're coming from. I'm very 50-50.
Okay. Right, Dan, here's some stats from the game then. I think these are the ones you certainly are aware of. This is on the 85th minute. XG of 0, possession 34%, 0 shots on target, 13 touches in the opposition box. That was on the 85th minute before obviously the goal went in. That would suggest that your problems aren't over.
No, they're not. I mean, the point, it buoys the crowd, and it's a very strange situation that we're all in at the minute because it sounds like we're wanting the team to do poorly. We're not. We're wanting them to do well. And to get a point, it gave you that good feel, especially in the last minute, and then they nearly went and scored the other end. But for 85 minutes to not have a single shot that had been blocked, I know there was an offside goal, which was a little bit controversial because did their player play it or not? But the rest of it, you're just thinking, what have they been doing? This is Bournemouth away, right? Bournemouth, I think they're on a winless streak of 7 or 8, similar to our losing streak, but they've had a couple of draws in it as well. These are not a good team. They've fallen from grace. They started very well. I think they were 3rd or 4th after a few weeks, but now they're going to be in and amongst the conversation when it comes to relegation, certainly on the form that they're in. And to go there and after 85 minutes not register a single shot, never mind one on target, just not a single shot. What's he trying to achieve? What's he trying to achieve? You don't go there and play for the draw. You don't go and it irritates me. And then Brozier, hashtag the GOAT, He jumps up and gives him, he scores a goal, and hopefully that gives him the confidence to go on and play a little bit better. But people are now saying, "Oh, it's not that bad a point away." It was that bad, and I couldn't go. I had to listen to it on the radio, and I've had to watch it back since. And even the radio was saying this is the worst game they've ever seen. That's Radio Lancashire. They're biased to us, and they were saying that we are dreadful. This is. It's just. I know he's got players missing because a couple gone for suspensions, a couple have gone to AFCON. But that's just not good enough. After 85 minutes to be that far out of the game, they're only lucky is that Bournemouth were that crap they couldn't score, and then they did, and then whatever. But yeah, it's bad, and people are saying keep him. He's now got that point. He's now got the momentum. I don't have it. I'm not having it.
Yeah. Let's talk about this one from Jamie then, please, Jordan. Puts actual footballers on the pitch, and we actually look half decent. Get him gone. He doesn't have a clue. How TF does Anthony and Larson start over the likes of Edwards? And there's so many calls for Edwards. Jordan, everywhere I look on social media, it's why is Edwards not getting the start over X, Y, and Z? What's your view on his team selection, and is that tweet correct?
Well, I'll be honest with you, just like Dan, I couldn't get to the game myself. And when I saw the team sheet come up on my phone, I debated even watching it because I just thought he's doing this on purpose now. He has to be. I saw a Bournemouth fan tweet midweek and he was like, "Oh, just wait until like the diabolical team sheets come out," almost like looking for an out, looking for a sacking because you have to be paid out. And I thought, that's hysteria, neither here nor there. And then I saw the team sheet and I thought, what are you playing at? There was no attacking presence. He's taken Larson off the left to accommodate for Anthony and put him on the right when Brun Larson, he's got awful on the right, but plays quite well on the left to accompany for someone who hasn't earned that spot. Anthony, he's dreadful. I've run out of times yesterday where there was an attacking movement and he was the one that spoiled it. Don't want to get on the guy's back. However, he was doing this tricky with his feet at one point and backheeled it out of play. He every time he looked to take a man on, it was and he would just shine away and he was doing that weird drop shoulder thing and then getting nowhere with it or even losing the ball. I don't get it anymore with Anthony. When you have somebody like Edwards on the bench, okay, he might get wrestled off the ball, but he has a bit more trickery and a bit more directness about him. And you saw that from the goal. Personally, myself, I'd be taking Anthony off and getting Trezor on that left because ever since he started to feature, he's talking to everyone. He wants the ball at his feet and he doesn't stand there looking for a way through. He gets the ball and he already knows his next pass. So I don't know how Anthony keeps getting on that pitch, but the likes of Anthony being on the pitch is what's keeping Edwards out and Tressel.
Cheers for that. Luke says, Connor, when's he going to see that playing Mikey and Edwards with Broja up front brings a threat up front, which is what we really want, what we really need now? Yeah, what are your thoughts on it all?
I'm confused because at the start of the season, pre-season, we all thought Edwards would be our best player and feature in every game like he was in the Championship, and for him to just vanish and for large parts of the season, besides from the Cup, not to even make a single minute. I don't know what's gone on. Like, how do you drop our most creative player and now limit him to very, very limited time on the pitch? It's baffling, and no one can explain it because everyone with two eyes can clearly see that he has the quality to be on the pitch. I don't know. He's confusing me, and it's really, really starting to bug me now. Get him out.
Dan?
I forget what the question was. I was too engrossed with all the answers. Sorry. Yeah, I think
his starting selection
11 has to really change. When I saw what he put on, he's put a back five on with what's he called now? Laurent, who makes a mistake for their goal. And what irritated me more about his mistake is he slips. Okay, everyone slips. But if you watch, he slips down, and we're not used to this at Burnley. Certainly not under Dyche. He slips. The guy then hits it, and he ducked. If you watch, he's on the floor, and then he ducks. And you're like, what are you doing? You've just made a mistake. You slipped on the floor. Get yourself in the way. You paid hundreds of thousands of pounds a month, or however much. You're not going to get that badly hurt if you get a football in the back of your head. We go back. You remember Ben Mee, who was on the line, and he
just about to say that.
Smacked him in the head. It goes over. Michael Owen says that's the craziest bit of defending he's ever seen. And Laurent, that's the kind of thing that irritates me. Parker says they're trying the best, they're not. That was so self-indulgent. He falls, he slips. It's not for the team, it's his own personal gain. People say whatever. But him and the team didn't show any attacking intent. I'm not having a go at I am having a go at him, clearly. But it's not his fault for the loss. He plays well. I understand there's injury issues. But he's been sticking with his team now for the last 2 months. And we're on a 7-game, now 8-game, without a win, 7-game losing streak. What's he got to lose by changing it? We've got a team coming to Turf Moor next week who are absolute rubbish. Just been beat at home by Arsenal. They've just been beat 4-1 as well earlier in the season. They're absolutely vulnerable. Get these players on, get them running a turn. We know the likes of Michael Keane and James Tarkowski will crumble. And we'll end up winning handsomely, and then you'll be sacking Moyes. Oh, sorry, that wasn't the question. But he has to change the rotation. What's he got to lose? Put Trezor on, put Edwards on, put some attacking flair on it. These seem to be our more creative players. Because all that's not going to happen is we're still losing. What's he got to lose?
Season appropriate time to move on to the next game, Jordan, of course, which of course is against Everton on the day after Boxing Day. If you are heading to the game as well, we are going to, as mentioned before, going to be enjoying some amber nectar in the Royal Dyche before the game, so do come and say hello if you're in the area. We'll be happy to, only if you're nice and kind, of course. If you want to tell us we're all rubbish and don't know what we're talking about, then yeah, go to a different one. But yeah, looking forward to the game, Jordan. Is this now a must win? Excuse me 1 second.
Oh, we've been on must wins for about. I knew this was coming. I knew something like this was coming.
Sorry. Is it now a must win? Sorry.
Hang on. Oh, note underneath. What the question? You've thrown me out.
Is it now a must win?
Oh, I think it's been a must win for the past 3 or 4 games now. Going into it with a bit of momentum, fair enough, yeah, let's say that. But we're at the turf, make it a fortress, make it hostile, show no respect, get in faces, and we have to walk away with 3 points. I'm still not Parker in. I'm still Parker out. I honestly don't think he's a man for the job. However, let's just work with what we've got and let's use the players we've got to try and pull a result from something where you look at it on paper and you think, that's a tough game. Well, don't look at it like that. Let's look at it as they got thumped last time out. They might be coming off it a little bit. Let's get straight on the front foot from the opening minute and just see where we go with it. But yeah, it's got to be a must win. But we keep saying it's got to be a must win. But how many times do we say this until it doesn't matter if you win or lose? It's going to make no difference.
To cheer you up a little bit, obviously our whole midfield is either injured or in Africa. So you're going to have Dwight McNeil, who you know very well, who's not very good, and out of form Jack Grealish. Yeah, we have no midfield, and we have 2 strikers which couldn't hit a barn door with a banjo, the expression. So,
do you know when you said about giving presents, like earlier on, you went give a present? I think if as an Evertonian, if I were you, I'd give a right foot to Dwight McNeil because he doesn't have one.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. If we gift you 3 points, will you drop that stupid lawsuit? Is that a deal?
I'll take that now. I'd snap your hand off.
Yeah. Okay. Right then, yes. Come and join us in the Royal Dyche for a couple of drinks if you are around. It'd be great to see it. Looking forward to it anyway. Should be a good game. Right then, Connor. Other things then are pressing because it's last one of 2025. We're asking you who's been the player of the season. Not this season, but the calendar year. Sorry. For 2025, who would be up there for you in this discussion?
I was looking at star men like Josh Brown, and I thought he was just incredible this year. I couldn't go with him though. I think there were better players in there. And for me, he did leave in the summer, but I really did rate him, CJ Egan-Riley, because I don't think there's anyone else really this year that can really save us. And I thought he was a good player. He was one of the best I've seen in quite a while. So for us, not like ever. But I think CJ Egan-Riley for me. Wild child, but we'll go with him.
Done.
Sorry, mate. I just froze, and I don't know if you could tell I wasn't leaving because he said Brownhill. Who did you go with? Sorry.
You went with CJ.
Name again. CJ Egan-Riley. All right, yeah, no. He was decent enough. I thought he was okay. It's been a bit of a tricky one because last year was very much a collaborative effort. There wasn't really one star player. I suppose one that I'd like to, give him an honourable mention to because he's gone kind of undetected a lot, and I do like his style of playing. What he does is Josh Cullen. I think he's got the captaincy now. He doesn't do the glamorous stuff. He doesn't do all the glitz and glamour. There's an argument to say last season as well was Trafford, but that would be very disingenuous for me because I still don't think he's very good. I think he had a good defence in front of him, but his stats speak for themselves. So I'll go with Cullen just because I think he doesn't get a lot of plaudits, and I think he should do because I think he does more than what you might necessarily see. He's not a flashy player, he's not the highlights, but he cuts up the attacks and he kind of brings a bit of calmness. So I'll go with him.
John?
Bit of a rogue one, but I'm going to take over the whole year. I'm going to go Zian Fleming, only for the simple fact of when he came to the club, he was played out of position. He did well at striker. He scored at Ewood Park, determined to get better. He's come to the Premier League. We all said, he's not a Premier League player. He's currently, I think, the top goal scorer. Again, playing out of position in a much better league. He still hasn't been played in his 10 formation. And every time I see him on the pitch, he gives his all. He leaves nothing, no stone unturned. So for me, it's got to be Zian Fleming. And he's still only young. He's not as old as people think he is. I think he's only about 26. So, Zian Fleming.
Quick word on Brozier, Jordan, while you're in the chair as well. Got his first goal and, over a number of months. Happy for the guy?
Oh, happy. I was dancing around my front room going, Armando is Armando. Making it up as I went along. But I am putting a big bet on for Saturday coming. It's going to be an Armando hat trick, and it is.
Absolutely. It's the way the football goes, isn't it? Absolutely, he's going to score on Saturday. Of course he is.
Playing with some confidence. Come on, Brian.
Ideal time for him to score, just going into where all these Everton fans are going to boo every touch of his.
Well, absolutely. I'm not being funny. He once he scored his goal, he was that up for it. Did you not see him nearly fighting with that Diakite, is it? After he knocked the ball out of play and he squared straight up to him. I thought, bloody hell, Armando's come for a bit today, hasn't he?
I'm going to tell him when Mark's sitting. I'm like, he's in there.
Right. The A to Z of Burnley is rolled on to the letter K this week then. Dan, who have you got for this, please?
I have a few. There's an old head one, which a lot of people, I don't really know him. He's from the 60s and 70s. The lad called Steve Kindon, used to be a striker for Burnley. Other than that, I was struggling. There are another two, but I'll leave that for the lads because they've probably got them. The only one recently, and it was all right. I didn't mind him. He was a winger. He wasn't great, but he was all right. But we're struggling for K's. Was a guy called Michael Kitely. He played about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe a little bit longer ago than that. He was an all right winger. There are others, but I anticipate these two will probably say him.
Jordan?
Right, I knew Michael Cartley were coming out, and I also know the other guys coming out because of Connor's age, so I thought I'd go a little bit earlier. I've gone Gabor Karaili. For the simple fact is, he was a goalkeeper of ours, and he used to play every single game in trackies, right? And that'll always be a stained memory of being a child, watching a goalkeeper knock about in a pair of grey trackies. So, Gabor Karaili.
Connor?
Yeah, and that leaves me with I've got two options. I'm not going to name the bold one because I think the less said the better about him. We're going to go Michael Keane. I think it's very fitting for this episode, and plus I like him. I thought he was a good player.
Who's the bold one?
Who's the bold one?
Yeah, a clue.
Anyone, Mark? Do you know it?
We're not talking Vincent Company, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Fair enough.
I'm not saying him.
No, we're not talking. I mean, I think that's probably a bit harsh because he did give us one of our best seasons, but
One of our worst.
and then one of our worst. And then he abandoned us for pastures new. The only other one I had was Luca Koleosho.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
you can't put him in that conversation.
No.
Right, which one are we having out of all that then?
Gabor Karaili, come on.
Okay.
we're not having Gabor Karaili.
All right, brilliant.
Michael
Finally,
Keane.
Michael Keane, go on. Michael Keane. We'll go Michael Keane.
yeah. Do you know what? He should start up top, I think. Better than.
He's
better
scored
than
enough.
He does, yeah. Better than the two lumps we've got at the moment. Right. We're asking the panel to give a gift this Christmas. You can give it to a fan base, you can give it to a current Burnley player, you can give it to whoever you want across the Premier League. Or you can give Blackburn a new pitch if you want, because they desperately need one.
No.
Connor, who are you giving a gift to? Who's in need of a present?
I think all of us Burnley fans for Scott Parker just to leave the door over there So that's gonna be my Christmas present to all Burnley fans, and I hope the board follows along and gives us good Christmas cheer.
Jordan?
I feel quite hard though.
See, I've had a little think about this, and I thought, let's just go for something now. I could go something quite funny, but I've gone for something relevant. I'm going to gift Josh Laurent a pair of studs instead of these stupid bloody blades everybody wears. A pair of studs, that slip doesn't happen. There's his gift. 3 points, thank you.
Dan?
I don't think I could top them. I was actually going to gift all the Blackburn fans some snorkeling gear, but that was, I thought that would be childish and immature, so I decided not to do that. But yeah, we'll stick with them too. They've got better options.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much. Then, very quickly, one-word answers. Who's the best away fans you've seen at Turf Moor this season, Jordan?
For me, I'd say Palace. I'd say they always travel well. They're loud. You know what I mean. They give it some.
I'd say Sunderland, maybe.
Okay, you're done.
Yeah, our Leeds or Sunderland, they were both great.
Okay. Right. Well, all that's going to change, of course, on Saturday as the mighty Toffees roll in.
No fighting.
Stereotypes. We can roll into town. Right, looking forward to this one. We'll be back, of course, in the new year. Happy Christmas, of course, to everybody who's been commenting and watching. Happy Christmas, Dominic, and everyone who's commented before. And Merry Christmas, of course, to you three as well. I hope you have a great time off with your families. I shall see you on Saturday the 27th. Hopefully for a good game of football. We'll see.
Don't
join us then.
No.
Oh, sorry. Play Burnley, aren't we? So it's not going to happen. Have a good Christmas, all. Thanks for watching.
See ya.